rest of the session plays out. Nacho 9012 started in 16th position but has already moved up to 14th. Safety car is also back on the track after entering the pits. Those are the current updates from the race. We've got Okioki 3 in 2nd place and Stivsmachenjunge in 4th. And it looks like Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works is currently in 5th position. We have Okioki 3 currently in 2nd position, with Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works in 5th. There's been some movement from Okioki 3, who has now moved up to 2nd place, and Luke Runs is currently holding the 8th position. Okioki 3 is in 2nd place at the moment, while Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works is sitting in 5th position. Meanwhile, Plume Up from Team MD Racing is struggling a bit and currently in 15th spot. And it looks like Kokibai 90 is closing in on position 4, but is trailing Stivsmachenjunge by only half a second. We've got Luke Runs in 8th position, closely trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th. Meanwhile, Deplorableeple is in 10th place, just half a second behind Neo Texan from Team Nafgum Kings in 9th. And Dovdad from Team MD Racing is currently in 14th, with just a 0.3 second gap between him and Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 13th. We have Deplorableeple in the 10th position, closely trailing behind Neo Texan from Team Nafgum Kings who is at 9th. Luke Runs is currently in 8th place, trailing by a 0.4 gap behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium, who is at 7th. Meanwhile, Stivsmachenjunge is at a solid 4th position, with only a 0.4 gap behind Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings at 3rd. Deplorableeple is currently in 10th position driving a Volvo, just ahead of Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in 11th place. Okioki 3 is in 2nd position and is trailing behind Shipperman in 1st place by 0.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is currently in 8th position, with Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium just ahead by 0.3 seconds. Right now we have Shipperman in the lead, followed closely by Okioki 3. Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings is not too far behind in 3rd place. Deplorableeple is currently holding onto the 10th position but is a bit behind Neo Texum from Team Navgum Kings in 9th. And finally, we have Luke Runs in 8th place trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th. Punished Weasel and Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works are battling it out for 5th place, with Punished Weasel just 0.3 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Amit-san from Team Navgum Kings is chasing Okyoki 3 for 2nd place, trailing by just 0.5 seconds. Also, Fafamaker from Team Navgum Kings is currently ahead of Dreegsy 01 from Team Ego Works in 11th and 12th positions respectively. Luke Runs is currently in position 8 with a best lap time of 1:53.223, trailing 2.230 seconds off the fastest lap. Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings is currently in 3rd place and is 0.5 seconds behind Okyoki 3 in 2nd place. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel sits at 6th place, following closely behind Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works in 5th position. Fafamaker is currently ahead of Minami Peter by 0.3 in positions 12 and 13 respectively. Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings is currently in 3rd place with the best lap time of 1:50.930 and just 0.016 seconds off the fastest lap. Punished Weasel is in 6th place, trailing behind Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works in position 5 by 0.5. Lastly, Amit-san from Team Navgum Kings is holding onto 3rd place, just 0.4 seconds behind Okyoki 3 in position 2. Punished Weasel is currently holding the 6th position with a best lap time of 1:52.008 seconds, which is 1.09 seconds slower than the fastest lap time. Meanwhile, Amit-san from Team Navgum Kings is in 3rd position, half a second ahead of Stivsmachenjunj who's currently in 4th. Finally, Luke Runs is trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium by 0.3 seconds, currently holding the 8th position. We have Punished Weasel in 6th place, currently 0.3 seconds behind Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works in 5th. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is in 8th place and trailing Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium by 0.3 seconds. It's certainly a close race so far, and there is still plenty of laps to go. Fafamaker from Team Navgum Kings is currently chasing Dreegsy 01 from Team Ego Works for position 11, while Punished Weasel is trying to catch up to Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works in 5th place. Luke Runs is also hot on the heels of Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th position. Currently Luke Runs is in position 8 driving a Volvo, trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in position 7 by 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel is sitting in position 6, 0.5 seconds behind Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works in position 5. Deplorableeple is currently in 10th place and trailing behind Neo Texan from Team Nafgum Kings in 9th place. At the same time, Punished Weasel is currently in 6th place. Luke Runs is behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th place with a 0.4 gap. Finally, FaFaMaker from Team Nafgum Kings is in 12th place and has a 0.3 lead over Gary710 from Team for 20 in 13th place. Right now Plume Up from Team MD Racing is in 16th position, just 0.5 seconds behind Duff Dad from the same team who is in 15th. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is currently sitting in 8th place, trailing Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium by 0.5 seconds, and Duff Dad is 0.3 seconds behind My Name is Peter who is in 14th place. So, that is the current situation on the track. Punished Weasel is currently in 6th place and trailing behind Kokabai 90 from Team Eager Works who is in 5th place. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is driving a Volvo in 8th place, currently 0.3 seconds behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th place. Punished Weasel is currently in 6th place and just half a second behind Kokabai 90 from Team Eager Works in 5th place. Luke Runs is following closely behind in 8th place, only 0.4 seconds away from Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th place. Meanwhile, Gary710 from Team for 20 is currently in 13th place and also 0.4 seconds behind FaFaMaker from Team Nafgum Kings in 12th place. Currently Punished Weasel is in 6th position with a best lap of 151.427 and trailing behind the fastest lap by 1.543 seconds. Luke Runs is currently in 8th position, following closely at 0.5 behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th. Deplorableeple is currently in 10th place, trailing at 0.5 behind Neo Texan from Team Nafgum Kings in 9th. We have Luke Runs currently in 8th position, trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th place by 0.4 seconds. Punished Weasel is in 6th place, with a close gap of 0.3 seconds behind Kokabai 90 from Team Eager Works in 5th position. And just behind them, Luke Runs is still chasing Trashboy by a difference of 0.5 seconds. Punished Weasel isn't far off either, only 0.5 seconds behind Kokabai 90. We have Neo Texan from Team Nafgum Kings in position 9, trailing Luke Runs in position 8 by 0.5. Meanwhile, Schiff's Machenjunge is currently in position 4, chasing Amin Sang from Team Nafgum Kings in position 3 by 0.5. Deplorableeple is driving a Volvo and is currently in position 10, ahead of Treagsy01 from Team Eager Works in position 11 by 0.3, but Treagsy01 from Team Eager Works managed to do a lap 0.7 seconds faster last lap. Gary710 is currently in 13th place, closely following FaFaMaker from Team Nafgum Kings in position 12. Stiefsmädchen is doing well in 4th place, just a few tenths of a second behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in 3rd. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel is in 6th place, trailing behind Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in 5th. Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is holding onto 5th place with just a 0.3 second lead over Punished Weasel, who is in 6th. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is driving a Volvo and currently sits in 8th place, with a 0.5 second gap behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium, who is in 7th. Luke Runs is currently in 8th place, while Punished Weasel is in 6th place and trailing behind Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in 5th place by half a second. Dreedsy01, who is from Team Eager Works, is currently in 11th place with the best lap time of 1:51.824, which is 2.14 seconds slower than the fastest lap time. Finally, Narcho 9012 is in 17th place and is trailing behind Plumapi from Team MD Racing in 16th place by 0.4 seconds. We have Luke Runs currently in 8th position, trailing by 0.4 seconds behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th place. Moving on to Stiefsmädchen, currently sitting in 4th but trailing by only 0.5 seconds behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in 3rd place. Additionally, Luke Runs is still in 8th but is now 0.3 seconds behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 7th. Lastly, Stiefsmädchen is holding strong in 4th place but is only 0.4 seconds behind Amin San from Team NAF. Everlasting Apex said, "Everything okay, dude? Yeah, everything's great. It's an exciting race today and we have an awesome group of drivers competing. How are you doing today?" Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium started off at 16th, but managed to climb up to 9th position after exiting the pits. Luke Runs and Deplorableeple also left the pits and are currently in positions 9 and 11 respectively. Meanwhile, Shez Drifter is holding steady in 6th place. We have MD 162 from Team MD Racing exiting the pits in position 17. Diofos is currently in position 7. Neo Texum from Team Nafgum Kings is exiting the pits in position 26, while Punished Weasel and RR Raphael from Teams Blast and are exiting the pits in positions 27 and 28 respectively. Shez Drifter is currently in 6th place. Jesus just exited the pits and is currently in position 34. Team Eager is looking to make some moves. Diofos is currently in 7th position, while Shez Drifter is in 6th and was 1.2 seconds faster in the previous lap. For FanMaker, Smurf 20 and Lacroix from Teams Nafgum Kings, for 20 and Blast respectively, are also exiting the pits and starting their own battles on the track. We have Luke Runs trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in position 9 by 0.4, while Deplorableeple is chasing Luke Runs at a distance of 0.3 and currently 11th. Pepot, who was in second place, has entered the pits, leaving Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports to take over third place, trailing for 0.3 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Jimmet is also entering the pits while currently sitting in fourth place. That's where things stand for now. We just saw Krish00 from Team Eager Works and Rockogaming V from Team Apex Mafia enter the pits, currently in positions 15 and 19. Additionally, we have Kokabai 90 from Team Eager Works holding steady in 9th, while Jimmet and Pepot both exited the pits in positions 17 and 18 respectively. That's all for now. Diotfos, Stiftsmädchenjunge, Rockogaming V, Henrichter, and Krish00 have all recently exited the pits. Luke Runs is currently in third position. That's the latest update from the track. We've got Deplorableeple in fourth place, Luke Runs hot on the tail of Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in second, and Deplorableeple trailing behind Luke Runs. Meanwhile, Zephyr is currently in 12th place but managed to pick up some speed last lap. We have Plumeup from Team MD Racing currently in 5th position, trailing Deplorableeple by 0.5 seconds who is in 4th. However, Plumeup was 1.5 seconds faster in the last lap. We also have Duffdad from Team MD Racing in 22nd place, slightly ahead by 0.4 seconds of Treaksy01 from Team Eager Works in 23rd. Finally, we have Luke Runs at 3rd place, closely behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium who is currently in 2nd place. That's the latest update on the race. Zephyr is trailing behind Rivenordal in position 11 by just half a second. Meanwhile, Plumeup from Team MD Racing is hot on Deplorableeple's heels in 4th place. Luke Runs is currently holding onto 3rd place, staying close behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 2nd place. Also worth noting is that Plumeup from Team MD Racing is still within striking distance of the top 4. Luke Runs is currently in 3rd place, trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium who is in 2nd. Deplorableeple is currently in 4th position, while Zephyr is in 12th place and is 0.4 seconds behind Rivenordal in 11th. Stiftsmädchenjunge is currently down in 18th place and is 0.3 seconds slower than R. Raphael from Team Blast in 17th. Currently Luke Runs is in 3rd place, trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium who is in 2nd place. Plumeup from Team MD Racing is in 5th place and has a best lap time of 1:52.302, which is 2.652 seconds off the fastest lap time. Gary710 from Team for 20 is currently in 7th place and was able to make up some ground last lap by being 3.1 seconds faster. Duff Dad from Team MD Racing is currently ahead of Dreeksy01 from Team Eager Works. Luke Runs is closely behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium and has a best lap time of 1:52.324, which is 2.67 for seconds of the fastest lap time. Plume Up from Team MD Racing is currently in position 5. Nacho 9012 is currently in 6th position, having a slight lead over Gary 710 from Team for 20, who was faster on the last lap. Luke Runs is currently in 3rd place and is trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium by only 0.5, while Plume Up from Team MD Racing is also closely following Deplorableeple in 4th position. And finally, Luke Runs is currently trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium by only 0.2 seconds. Plume Up from Team MD Racing is currently in 5th position, driving a Volvo and trailing Deplorableeple in 4th by 0.4 seconds. Nacho 9012 is holding onto 6th position and is ahead of Gary 710 from Team for 20, who is in 7th position and trailing Nacho 9012 by 0.5 seconds. Plume Up is still chasing after Deplorableeple, currently 0.5 seconds behind them in 4th position. Luke Runs is currently in 3rd place, trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 2nd place by 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Plume Up from Team MD Racing is in 5th place, lagging behind Deplorableeple in 4th place by the same gap. Additionally, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is in 7th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Nacho 9012 in 6th place. Plume Up from Team MD Racing is in position 5, closely followed by Nacho 9012 in position 6. Luke Runs is holding on to 3rd place, but is trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium, who is currently in 2nd. That's the current situation on the racetrack. Plume Up from Team MD Racing is currently in position 5, just 0.2 seconds ahead of Nacho 9012 in position 6. Luke Runs is driving a Volvo and is currently in position 3, 0.4 seconds behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in position 2. MD 162 from Team MD Racing is currently in position 8, 0.3 seconds ahead of Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in position 9. That's the current state of the race, folks. Nacho 9012 is currently in 6th place and trying to catch up to Plume Up from Team MD Racing in 5th. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is doing well in 3rd position but still has some distance to close on Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium, who is currently in 2nd place. We have Deplorableeple in 4th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Luke Runs in 3rd. Plume Up from Team MD Racing currently sits in 5th position, also just 0.4 seconds behind Deplorableeple. Meanwhile, Nacho 9012 is in 6th place, trailing behind Plume Up from Team MD Racing by 0.4 seconds. but it seems like Plumop is putting up a good fight, leading the gap by 0.3 seconds ahead of Nacho 9012. Luke Runs is currently in third place, trailing Trash Boy from Team Is That a Podium by only 0.5 seconds. Meanwhile, MD162 from Team MD Racing is in 8th place, behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 by 0.4 seconds. In addition, Bobardo from Team Blast is holding 10th place, trailing Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works by only 0.5 seconds. We have Luke Runs in third place, currently 0.5 seconds behind Trash Boy from Team Is That a Podium in second place. In fourth place is Deplorableeple, just 0.4 seconds ahead of Plumop from Team MD Racing in fifth place. And bringing up the rear is Nacho 9012, currently 0.2 seconds behind Plumop from Team MD Racing. Deplorableeple is currently in fourth place, trailing Luke Runs, who is in third. Nacho 9012 is in position 6, driving a Ford and sitting 0.3 seconds behind Plumop from Team MD Racing in fifth. Meanwhile, MD162 from Team MD Racing sits in 8th place and is 0.3 seconds behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 7th. Nacho 9012 and Kokibai 90 are both trailing behind the racers ahead of them, with Nacho being 0.5 seconds behind Plumop from Team MD Racing in 5th position, and Kokibai 90 being 0.4 seconds behind MD 162 from Team MD Racing in 8th position. Meanwhile, Zephyr is currently 0.5 seconds behind Rivenordal in 11th position. Currently Luke Runs is in third position, half a second behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium, who is in second place. Nacho 9012 is sitting in sixth place with a best lap of 1 minute and 50.88 for seconds, which is 1.23 for seconds slower than the fastest lap so far. Meanwhile, MD 162 from Team MD Racing is in 8th position, trailing Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 7th place by only 0.4 seconds. Nacho 9012 is currently 6th and trailing behind Plumop from Team MD Racing, who is in 5th position by 0.5 seconds. Luke Runs is in third place, lagging behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in second place by 0.4 seconds. Zephyr driving a Peugeot is on the 12th spot, 0.5 seconds ahead of Cedric from Team MD Racing in position 13. That's quite an interesting update. There have been some close gaps between drivers, with Cedric trailing behind Zephyr, who is closely following Rivenordal. Meanwhile, Deplorableeple is currently in 4th place, not too far behind Luke Runs, who is in 3rd. And MD 162 from Team MD Racing is in 8th place, slightly behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 7th. We have Deplorableeple in position 4, chasing Luke Runs in position 3. Zephyr is not far behind in position 12, with a gap of only 0.4 seconds behind Rivenordal. Meanwhile, Cedric from Team MD Racing is following close behind in position 13. And up ahead, Shipperman is leading the pack. Luke Runs is currently in third and entering the pits, followed by Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in second place, Deplorableeple in fourth place also entering the pits, Plume Up from Team MD Racing in fifth place entering the pits, Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in ninth place also entering the pits, and Bobardo from Team Blast in 10th place also entering the pits. Those are the current positions and pit stops happening right now. We just saw Manamai Speeder enter the pits in 24th position, while R.A. Raphael from Team Blast is currently in 6th. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is in 16th place and also entered the pits. Meanwhile, Jesus from Team Eager Works also just entered the pits in 26th position. Plume Up from Team MD Racing exited the pits in 6th place, followed by Gary 710 in 7th and Deplorableeple in 8th. We just saw Smurf 20 from Team for 20 and Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings enter the pits. Currently, MD 162 from Team MD Racing is in position 18. Meanwhile, Cedric from the same team exited the pits in position 24 and Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is now in position 22. Lastly, we saw Lord Whisker Sofalufiberg also exit the pits in position 23. We just had a few pit stops with Manamai Speeder exiting in position 35 and Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings exiting in position 36. Smurf 20 from Team for 20 came out after them in position 37. Chris 00 from Team Eager Works is holding steady at position 20. Meanwhile, Deplorableeple is still going strong at position 8. That's the current state of play. Rivenoidal just entered the pits while holding onto position 2. Meanwhile, Jesus from Team Eager Works is trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast by 0.5 and Gary 710 from Team for 20 is chasing Plume Up from Team MD Racing with a 0.4 gap. Shez Drifter is currently in 12th place with a 0.3 distance from Wafflecuptert from Team Is That a Podium in 11th position. Rivenoidal just exited the pits and is now in 5th place. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently trailing behind Plume Up from Team MD Racing in 6th place by 0.5 seconds. Shez Drifter is currently in 12th place, 0.3 seconds behind Wafflecuptert from Team Is That a Podium in 11th place. Lastly, Diofos is in 13th place and is 0.4 seconds behind Shez Drifter in 12th place. Right now Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is in position 9 with a best lap of 151.100, which is 1.450 seconds off the fastest lap. Shez Drifter is in position 12 while Peput is in 3rd driving a Nissan and trailing behind Jimmet who's in 2nd place. Lastly, Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is 0.3 seconds behind Rivenoidal in position 8. Peput is in position 3 and trailing behind Jimmet in position 2 by 0.4 seconds. Jimmet has just entered the pits and is currently 2nd. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is holding on to 4th place, while Judas Mocha-Blunt from Team for 20 is in 21st position and 0.6 seconds behind Krish 00 from Team Eager Works in position 20. We have Wafflecupters in 11th place. Shahashi just exited the pits in 9th. Rokogaming V of Team Apex Mafia entered the pits at position 18 and is now in 16th, while Henrichter from Team Apex Mafia just entered the pits at position 19. Finally, Krish 00 from Team Eager Works also entered the pits and currently sits at position 20. Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is currently in 6th place. Lord Whisker Sofalufaberg is behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in position 14 by 0.4 seconds. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 3rd place, following Plumeup from Team MD Racing by 0.3 seconds. Plus, Lord Whisker Sofalufaberg has a personal best lap time of 151.812, 2.162 seconds of the fastest lap time. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 3rd place, with a best lap of 150.858. Just 1.208 seconds of the fastest lap. Lord Whisker Sofalufaberg is currently in 15th position, driving a Volvo and trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 14th by 0.5 seconds. Additionally, Gary 710 is only 0.4 seconds behind Plumeup from Team MD Racing, who is currently in 2nd place. We have Gary from Team for 20 in 3rd place, closely followed by Deplorableeple in 4th place driving a Volvo. Meanwhile, Raphael from Team Blast is trailing behind Streetsy01 from Team Eager Works in 22nd place, while Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is currently in 6th place. Trashboy said, "What lap did the Volvos pit? I don't have the specific information on the pit stops for each car, but if I were to guess based on typical pit strategies, some of the Volvo drivers might have pitted around lap 20 or so. Would you like to know anything else?" MD 162 from Team MD Racing is in position 13 and is driving a Volvo. They're currently 0.4 seconds behind Zephyr in position 12. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is doing well in 3rd place, driving a Volvo, and 0.4 seconds behind Plumeup from Team MD Racing in 2nd place. Finally, Deplorableeple is currently in 4th place, 0.5 seconds behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 3rd position. We have MD 162 from Team MD Racing in 13th position, trailing Zephyr in 12th by half a second. Plumeup from Team MD Racing is currently holding onto 2nd place, with Gary 710 from Team for 20 close behind in 3rd, trailing by only 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Deplorableeple is in 4th place, trailing Gary 710 from Team for 20 by 0.4 seconds. And that's it for now. Deplorableeple is currently in 4th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 3rd. Gary 710 is also 0.4 seconds behind Plumeup from Team MD Racing, who is currently in 2nd place. Meanwhile, Zephyr is in 12th position, trailing Nacho 9012, who is in 11th. We have Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works currently in 6th place, trailing 0.4 seconds behind Rivenordal in 5th. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is in 3rd position, leading Deplorableeple in 4th by 0.3 seconds. And speaking of Deplorableeple, they are trailing Gary 710 by 0.5 seconds. That's the current state of affairs on the track. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is trailing Plumeup from Team MD Racing by 0.5 seconds in the 2nd position. Meanwhile, Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works is currently in 6th place, 0.4 seconds behind Rivenordal in 5th place. Pepot is currently driving a Nissan and is in 7th position, trailing behind Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works, who is in 6th place. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is sitting nicely in 3rd place, closely following Plumeup from Team MD Racing in 2nd place. Lastly, Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works is in 6th place but is not far behind Rivenordal, who is in 5th place. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is in 3rd place and about 0.4 seconds behind Plumeup from Team MD Racing in 2nd place. Deplorableeple is currently in 4th position, while Pepot is 0.4 seconds behind Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works, who is in 6th place. And that's the current state of the race. Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works is currently in position 6, driving a Volvo and trailing behind Rivenordal in position 5 by 0.5. Meanwhile, Lord Whisker Sofalufiberg is currently in position 15, trailing behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in position 14 by 0.2. And lastly, Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works is in position 6, trailing behind Rivenordal in position 5 by 0.3. Messiahjimmer 95 VLV said, "Hello, good to see you." Hi Messiahjimmer 95 VLV, thank you. I'm glad to be here and watching this exciting race. How are you doing? Pepot is currently in 7th place and is just 0.4 seconds behind Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works, who is in 6th place. Pepot was able to make up some time, being 1 second faster on the last lap. Zephyr is currently in 12th place with a best lap time of 1 minute and 51.597 seconds, which is 1.947 seconds behind the driver with the fastest lap time. Finally, Koki by 90 from Team Eager Works is in position 6 and trailing just 0.2 seconds behind Rivenordal, who is 5th. Right now we have Zandvoort in a Peugeot at position 12, trailing behind Nacho 9012 in 11th place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports just passed Luke Runs for position 9. And we have Kokibai 90 driving a Volvo for Team Eager Works currently in position 6, with a 0.4 gap behind Rivenoordel in position 5. And finally, Zandvoort is still in 12th place with a 0.5 gap behind Nacho 9012. Kokibai 90 from Team Eager Works is currently in 6th place, followed closely by Peput in 7th. Luke Runs is trailing behind Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in 9th place, and Zandvoort is trying to catch up to Nacho 9012 in 11th place. Currently Gary 710 from Team 420 is in 3rd position, just half a second behind Plume from Team MD Racing in 2nd. Meanwhile, Peput is in 7th position, trailing Kokibai 90 from Team Eager Works in 6th by half a second. And it looks like Luke Runs is currently in 10th, with Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in 9th position just slightly ahead by 0.3 seconds. Gary 710 from Team 420 is currently in 3rd place, trailing behind Plume from Team MD Racing in 2nd position by 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Zandvoort is trailing behind Nacho 9012 in 11th position by just 0.3 seconds. Finally, Kokibai 90 from Team Eager Works is currently in 6th place, 0.4 seconds behind Rivenoordel in 5th place. Shipperman has made a pit entry while holding onto the 1st position, and Diofos is currently in 27th position with their best lap being 3.067 seconds off the fastest lap. Peput is trailing behind Kokibai 90 from Team Eager Works in 7th position by 0.5 seconds. Lastly, Kokibai 90 from Team Eager Works is just behind Rivenoordel in 5th position by 0.2 seconds. Plume from Team MD Racing and Gary 710 from Team 420 both entered the pits, currently in positions 2 and 3 respectively. Deplorably also entered the pits, currently in position 4. Duvdad from Team MD Racing is currently in position 30. Meanwhile, Kokibai 90 from Team Eager Works entered the pits in position 7 but has now moved up to position 5. Deplorably just completed a pit stop and came out in 8th place. Meanwhile, Lord Whiskers of Alufiberg, Trashboy, and Bobardo are all currently entering the pits. And finally, Cedric from Team MD Racing is currently in 16th place. We have Neo Texum from Team Navgum Kings holding position 11, while R. Raphael from Team Blast and Punished Weasel are both entering the pits in positions 22 and 23 respectively. Jesus from Team Eager Works is also entering the pits in position 26. Finally, Punished Weasel has moved up to position 15. We've just seen 5 drivers exit the pits: Neo Texum from Team Navgum Kings, Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium, Trixie01 from Team Eager Works, R. Raphael from Team Blast, and Bobardo from Team Blast. Currently, Judas Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is in 16th position. We have 4 drivers exiting the pits in positions 33 to 36 while 2 others are battling it out on the track. One driver from Team 420 is currently in position 7, and a driver from Team Blast is exiting the pits in position 39. Those are the latest developments here on the racing simulator. Due to Smoke a Blunt from Team 420 is in position 16, while Gary 710 from the same team is currently in 7th place and trailing Plume Up from Team MD Racing by 0.4 seconds in 6th position. Meanwhile, Due to Smoke a Blunt is 0.4 seconds behind Krish 00 from Team Eager Works in 15th position. Gary 710 is also 0.5 seconds behind Plume Up from Team MD Racing. Nacho 9012 is currently in 17th place and is closely trailing Due to Smoke a Blunt from Team 420 in position 16. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsport is in 5th place and has a best lap time of 1:51.725, but is still 2.075 seconds away from the fastest lap. Gary 710 from Team 420 is in 7th place but is half a second behind Plume Up from Team MD Racing in 6th position. Finally, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsport is in 5th place and is trailing Jimmet in 4th position by only 0.4 seconds. Peput has passed Rivenordal for 2nd, while Wafflecuptert from Team Is That a Podium is currently 14th. Gary 710 from Team 420 started off in 7th position but is now in 6th, driving a Volvo and trailing behind Plume Up from Team MD Racing in position 6 by 0.5 seconds. As for Rivenordal, they are currently in 7th place. Rivenordal just exited the pits and is currently in 7th position. Gary 710 from Team 420 is trailing Plume Up from Team MD Racing, who is in 5th place. Meanwhile, Deplorableeple is just behind Rivenordal in 8th position. And that's where things stand for now. Currently, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 4th place and trailing Jimmet, who's in 3rd. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team 420 is in 6th position and behind Plume Up from Team MD Racing in 5th place. Also, Deplorableeple is driving a Volvo and is currently sitting in 8th place, following closely behind Rivenordal in 7th. Chez Drifter is currently in the 11th position with a best lap of 1:52.227, which puts them 2.577 seconds off the fastest lap. Peput is holding onto the 2nd position while Deplorableeple is in 8th, trailing Rivenordal in 7th by 0.9 seconds. Jimmet has just entered the pits while hanging onto 3rd place, and Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports has also come into the pits while holding 5th position. We have Chez Drifter in an Alfa Romeo currently holding onto the 11th position and trailing Pikeen Joyer from Team Apex Marfier in 10th by just 0.3 seconds. Chez Drifter managed to gain 1.3 seconds on the last lap, which was impressive. Meanwhile, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports just exited the pits and is now in 8th place. Rivenoordle is doing well, holding onto the 5th position. Jimmet just left the pits and is currently in 9th place. Finally, Pikin Joyer from Team Apex Marfier is giving up the 10th spot as they head into the pits. Pikin Joyer from Team Apex Marfier has just exited the pits in position 13, while Judas Smokablunt from Team for 20 is currently in position 16. Okyoki 3 was in position 33 but has moved up to 26th place. Shez Drifter is exiting the pits in 27th place, and Diofos is also exiting the pits in position 28. That's the current situation on the track so far. We just had some cars exiting the pits with Rockogaming V from Team Apex Marfier in position 32, Waffle Kuptert from Team Is That a Podium in position 33, and Judas Smokablunt from Team for 20 in position 34. Meanwhile, Hen Richter from Team Apex Marfier is also out of the pits but in position 39. In terms of the current front runners, we have Deplorableeple in position 6 and Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works in position 7 with only a small gap between them. Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works is in position 7 driving a Volvo, and is currently just 0.3 seconds behind Deplorableeple in position 6. Meanwhile, Deplorableeple is trailing Rivenoordle, who's currently in position 5. On the other hand, Sidriq from Team MD Racing is in position 15 with a best lap time of 1 minute 51.870 seconds, which is 2.220 seconds off the fastest lap time. Lastly, Deplorableeple managed to cut down the gap after being about 0.7 seconds faster than the previous lap. Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works is in position 7 and was 2.0 seconds faster than the previous lap. They're currently trailing Deplorableeple in position 6 by 0.5 seconds. Deplorableeple, in turn, is 0.3 seconds behind Rivenoordle in position 5. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is third, but still trailing Plumeup from Team MD Racing in position 2 by 0.5 seconds. We have Deplorableeple driving a Volvo in position 6, with a small gap of 0.3 seconds behind Rivenoordle in position 5. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is doing well in position 3, trailing Plumeup from Team MD Racing in position 2 by just 0.5 seconds. And then we have Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works in position 7, currently 0.5 seconds behind Deplorableeple in position 6. That's where we stand at the moment. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in third place, trailing Plumeup from Team MD Racing in second by 0.3 seconds. Deplorableeple sits in sixth, 0.2 seconds behind Rivenoordle in fifth. Lastly, Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works is currently in 7th place, 0.4 seconds behind Rivenoordle in 6th. We've got Gary 710 from Team for 20 in third place and trailing Plumeup from Team MD Racing in second by only 0.1 seconds. Kokibai 90 from Team Ego Works is currently in 7th place with a best lap time of 150.835, 1.185 seconds off the fastest lap. Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium is in 18th place with a best lap of 151.464, which is 1.81 for seconds off the fastest lap. And finally, Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works is still driving strong in 7th place, only trailing Riven Ordal in 6th by 0.4 seconds. Plume Up from Team MD Racing is currently in 3rd place, closely followed by Gary 710 from Team 420 in 2nd place. Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works is in 7th place, trailing Riven Ordal, who is in 6th place by just 0.2 seconds. Cedric from Team MD Racing is in 15th place, and behind Pikeen Joyer from Team Apex Marfier, who is in 14th place by 0.4 seconds. Lastly, Dreegsy01 from Team Ego Works is in 19th place, and only 0.5 seconds behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium, who is in 18th place. Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works is currently in 7th position, with a 0.3 second gap behind Riven Ordal in 6th place. Meanwhile, Cedric from Team MD Racing is in 15th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Pikeen Joyer from Team Apex Marfier in 14th place. Also, Lord Whisker Sofalufaberg is currently in 16th position, 0.2 seconds ahead of Neo Texan from Team Navgum Kings in 17th place. Finally, Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works driving a Volvo, and is maintaining their position in 7th place, with a 0.3 second gap behind Riven Ordal. Lord Whisker Sofalufaberg is currently in 17th position, right behind Neo Texan from Team Navgum Kings in 16th position. Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works is chasing down Riven Ordal in 6th position by a margin of 0.4, while Cedric from Team MD Racing is fighting to move up from 15th place and is just 0.3 seconds behind Pikeen Joyer from Team Apex Marfier in 14th position. And, once again, Kokubai 90 is in 7th position and is 0.5 seconds behind Riven Ordal. Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works is holding on to position 7, while Jimmet is trailing behind in 9th place and trying to catch up to Shahashi from Team Yuna Motorsports, who is in 8th place. Also, Kokubai 90 is not far behind Riven Ordal, who is currently in 6th place. Meanwhile, Deplorableeple is doing well and is currently in 5th place, closing in on Peput, who is holding on to 4th place. Last lap, Deplorableeple was 0.9 seconds faster than Peput. That's the current state of the race. Kokubai 90 from Team Ego Works is currently in 7th place driving a Volvo, while Deplorableeple is in 5th place and 0.5 seconds behind Peput in 4th. On the other hand, Cedric from Team MD Racing is in 15th place and is 0.2 seconds behind Pikeen Joyer from Team Apex Marfier, who is currently in 14th place. Right now we have Shipraman in 1st place driving a Ford and currently entering the pits. We've also got Shesdrifter in position 27 with a slight lead over Diofos in 28th place. and Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is currently sitting in 7th place driving a Volvo, trailing just behind Riven Ordal in 6th position. Right now we have Deplorableeple driving a Volvo in 5th position and trailing behind Pepot who is in 4th. We also have Shipraman exiting the pits in 1st place, followed by Gary 710 who is currently entering the pits in 2nd position. Additionally, Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is in 7th position and just 0.2 seconds behind Riven Ordal who is in 6th. Lastly, Plumeup from Team MD Racing is also entering the pits but in 3rd position. Those are the current updates on the race. We have Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia currently in 14th, Plumeup from Team MD Racing in 7th, Gary 710 from Team for 20 just exiting the pits at position 6, followed closely by Plumeup from Team MD Racing at position 7, and Deplorableeple also exiting the pits in position 8. Finally, we have Neo Texum from Team Navgum Kings currently in 16th. Neo Texum, Trashboy, and Lord Whisker Sofalufiberg just entered the pits while Sidrik and Stivs Junge are currently in position 15 and 19 respectively. We also have Narcho 9012 coming out of the pits now in 10th position. Jesus from Team Eager Works is in 16th position, while Lacroix from Team Blast just entered the pits and is currently in position 32. Zephyr is holding on to 15th position, but just made a pit stop and came out in the same position. Fafamaker from Team Navgum Kings is entering the pits in position 34. We just saw 6 racers exit the pits in quick succession. Luke Runs is now in position 23, followed by Lord Whisker Sofalufiberg in position 24. Jesus and Dreegsy01 from Team Eager Works are now in positions 25 and 26 respectively, while Okyoki 3 and Punished Weasel are in positions 27 and 28. Let's see how they navigate the next few turns of the track. Lacroix from Team Blast and Manamai Speeder are just exiting the pits, with Lacroix currently in position 35 and Manamai Speeder in position 36. Shez Drifter is holding on to 13th place, while Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is just exiting the pits in position 39. Nacho 9012 is currently in 11th place, with Luke Runs just 0.4 seconds behind Trashboy from Team is that a podium in position 22. Wafflecupted said, Amy, who has the fastest lap so far. Right now the fastest lap is held by Shipraman, with a time of 1 minute and 49.678 seconds. That's quite impressive. Nacho 9012 is currently in 11th position and trailing behind Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia by half a second. Diofos, on the other hand, is in 14th place and also half a second behind Shez Drifter who is in 13th place. Deplorableeple is driving a Volvo and currently sitting in 8th place, but only half a second away from Plumeup from Team MD Racing who is in 7th place. Lastly, Luke Runs is in 23rd place and closing in with a distance of 0.3 seconds behind Trashboy from Team is that a podium who is in the 22nd position. We have Nacho 9012 driving a Ford and currently in 11th position, trailing Pikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia by 0.3 seconds, who is in the 10th position. Meanwhile, Diofos driving another car is placed 14th, trailing Chez Drifter in the 13th position by 0.4 seconds. Additionally, Jesus from Team Eager Works is currently in 25th position, trailing Lord Whisker Sofalufiberg in the 24th position by 0.4 seconds. Lastly, we have Deplorableeple currently in 8th position, who was 0.4 seconds behind Plumup from Team MD Racing in the 7th position, but managed. Luke Runs and Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium are neck and neck for positions 22 and 23, with Trashboy pulling a 23.7 second lead last lap. Meanwhile, Cedric from Team MD Racing is trying to catch up to Henrichter from Team Apex Mafia in position 20. Finally, Deplorableeple is in position 8, trying to close in on Plumup from Team MD Racing in position 7. Nacho 9012 is still fighting for a spot in the top 10, currently trailing behind Pikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is also trying to climb up the ranks and catch up to Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium. In terms of pit stops, Rivenordal had to make a stop but still remains in the top 5, with Jimmet right behind them. Lastly, Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works is holding strong in position 9. Jimmet is doing well driving the Nissan and is currently in 4th position, 0.4 seconds behind Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports in 3rd. Jimmet improved by 0.7 seconds last lap. Meanwhile, Nacho 9012 is in 11th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Pikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia in 10th. The race is really heating up. At the moment we have Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium moving up in the ranks, passing Henrichter from Team Apex Mafia for 21st place. Meanwhile, Peput is holding strong in 2nd place and Nacho 9012 is trying to catch up to Pikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia in the 10th position. On the current leaderboard, Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 3rd position and has just entered the pits. Jimmet is also entering the pits and is currently in 4th position. Meanwhile, Peput is exiting the pits and is now in 5th position. Plumup from Team MD Racing is hot on the heels of Gary 710 from Team for 20 and is currently in 3rd position, trailing by 0.5 seconds. Finally, Punished Weasel is currently in 29th position and is 0.4 seconds behind Bobardo from Team Blast in 28th position. Right now we have Nacho 9012 and MD 162 from Team MD Racing battling for the 11th position. Pikin Joyer from Team Apex Mafia has just made a pit stop and is in position 11, while Chez Drifter and Diofos are also entering the pits. So there's a lot of movement happening at the moment as the race is nearing its end. Chez Drifter just exited the pits in position 15, due to Smoke a Blunt is currently sitting in 16th for Team for 20. Krish00 from Team Eager Works just entered the pits in position 21, while Henrichter from Team Apex Mafia is also entering the pits but in position 23. Finally, Okyoki 3 just jumped ahead to position 22 from their previous spot at 27th. We just saw 4 drivers exiting the pits and rejoining the race in positions 31, 37, 38, and 39. Currently, Plumeup from Team MD Racing is in the 3rd position. Jesus from Team Eager Works is right behind Lord Whisker Sofalufiberg, who is currently in position 19, with a gap of only 0.2 seconds. That's the update for now. We have Luke Runs driving a Volvo currently in 18th position, just half a second behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in 17th. Meanwhile, Jesus from Team Eager Works is trailing behind Lord Whisker Sofalufiberg in 19th position by just 0.4 seconds. That's the current state of the race. Plumeup from MD Racing is trailing behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 2nd place by 0.5, while Luke Runs is just behind Trashboy from Team Is That a Podium in position 17 by the same distance. Currently, with only 2 laps left in the race, it's going to be a tight finish. Hey, what's up Giron Fluff? Thanks for hitting that follow button and joining our community here. Glad to have you on board and hope you enjoy the stream. Keep on racing. Plumeup from Team MD Racing is in 3rd place, with Deplorably chasing close behind in 4th position. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently holding onto 2nd place, with a 0.5 second lead over Plumeup. Meanwhile, Jesus from Team Eager Works is struggling at position 20, half a second behind Lord Whisker Sofalufiberg at position 19. Pepot is currently in 6th place, with the best lap time of 1:51.105, which is 1.455 seconds slower than the fastest lap time. Currently, Plumeup from Team MD Racing is in 3rd position with the best lap of 1:50.304, just 0.65 seconds off the fastest lap. Deplorably is in 4th position and is only 0.3 seconds behind Plumeup. Pepot is currently in 6th position and is 0.4 seconds behind Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works, who is in 5th position. That's the current state of the race. Here's a quick recap. Currently, we have Deplorably in 4th position, with Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 3rd position and Plumeup from Team MD Racing in 2nd position. Meanwhile, Pepot is currently in 6th position, trying to catch up to Kokubai 90 from Team Eager Works in 5th position. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 3rd position, with Deplorably just behind in 4th. Pepot is in 6th place, trailing behind Coca by 90 from Team Eager Works in 5th. And Plume Up from Team MD Racing is currently holding onto 2nd place with a narrow lead over Gary 710. Deplorably Bull is currently in 4th position and trailing Gary 710 from Team for 20 who's in 3rd by 0.4. Pepper is currently sitting in 6th position, trailing Coca by 90 from Team Eager Works who's in 5th by 0.4. Cedric from Team MD Racing is currently sitting in 16th position and right behind Shez Drifter who's in 15th by 0.3. Okyoki 3 is currently in 22nd place and is close behind Dreexy01 from Team Eager Works. Deplorably Bull is currently in 4th place, trailing behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 3rd place. Pepot is in 6th place, trailing behind Coca by 90 from Team Eager Works in 5th. Lastly, Cedric from Team MD Racing is in 16th place and caught up by 1.1 seconds against Shez Drifter who is in 15th place. Let's do a quick recap of the race we just watched. The winner was Shipperman, who finished in 1st place, while Deplorably Bull came in 4th, trailing behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 by 0.4 seconds. Unfortunately, Zephyr finished in 12th place. Piking Joyer from Team Apex Mafia finished in 13th position, followed by Diofos and Shez Drifter finishing in 14th and 15th positions respectively. In this race, we saw a few drivers finishing towards the end of the pack: Okyoki 3, Bobardo from Team Blast, Punished Weasel, Neo Texum from Team Nafgum Kings, Dufdad from Team MD Racing, and RRFIL from Team Blast. It's tough competition out there, and every position counts. We'll have to see how they do in the upcoming races. We just watched a few teams compete in the racing simulator, with Team Apex Mafia and Team for 20 finishing in positions 35 and 37 respectively. Team Eager Works had an impressive showing with Coca by 90 finishing in position 5 and Krish 00 in